Okay folks, today we're going to show you how to do a heat stretch the heel straps on the scoots just to achieve a maximum fit on those horses that have got a extra big heel bulb, which means bigger digital cushion, which is great for the horse because they got more suspension. Sometimes you get a good fit around the periphery of the hoof with the boot, but the heel straps here are a little bit too tight, and so all you need to do it is a heat gun that you can get from any hardware store. Hair dryers don't work, so don't try doing them with a hairdryer. What we're trying to do is just stretch this part of the boot, which we call the heel straps, which run over the tops of the bulbs. And by stretching here, we can get an extra size across the back, just so you can get a snug fit on the bottom part of the boot. So the simple steps are this. So we just start up the heat gun. What we're trying to do, we're holding the heat gun no closer than about 1.5 inches, which is about 40 mils, and we wave slowly backwards and forwards across the heel straps. We don't go out over the rear brass knob hooks. We're just doing this top strap. We do a little bit on this side, then we turn the boot around, and then we're waving again backwards and forwards over the inside. And this is really great. It's easy to do. You just got to be careful you don't overcook the TPU, the material. It starts to get a little bit shiny when it starts to get softer, so we're just trying to be consistent. Again, keeping that same distance. And we're looking at roughly about 1 minute to heat. Any more, it's always better to be sure by having to do it the second time, rather than overheating and pulling the heel straps and then breaking them, because we don't offer warranty on broken heel straps. Again, we just go onto the inside here like this, and the back again, keeping that distance. That's roughly about 1 minute, so I'm ready to do a first attempt. So we turn the heat gun off, and I put my fingers, we can see there, we hold the tension. We're pulling it there like this, just ensuring we don't pull too far. Having in mind we're only trying to stretch them another maximum 10 millimetres or 1/4 inch. And we just hold it just a little bit longer, just so it starts to cool down, because if you let it go when it's still very hot, the strap will go back into its original position. So we just keep the even tension, so we've got the same amount of tension both sides. Like this, it's about to start to cool now. So now if I let that go, I can back that up against a previous stretch boot, a previous boot that hasn't been stretched. Now if Sarah comes around to the front, we can just see, if we line the knob hooks up, you can actually see how much the stretch is. This particular boot, it's only stretched probably about 1/8 of an inch, so we do it again. And again, it's a safety, not overdoing it, because I want to achieve a full 1/4 inch or 10 mils. So I'm doing it the second time. It's always better to do it twice to be safe than do it once and overheat the heel straps and break them. As you can see, it's a very simple process. It's easy to do, you just got to use common sense. Common sense when heating. Again, we go to the inside, back over here, keeping the distance, not getting too close. And what this does is enables you to get a very snug fit. If the heel straps are too tight, you get rubbing. And always remember that scoots do stretch a little bit as they break in, just like a new pair of leather cowboy boots. You've got to treat them the same. They're stiff when they're new, and as you work the horse, they become more supple. So this is the second heating I'm doing now, so that should be enough. Now I'm pulling them, and you see how easy it stretches out there. So we're just going to hold that stretch there until the boot cools down. And then we should have got that achieved, that 1/4 inch extra, which gives you an extra size over the heel bulbs. So we're just letting that cool now. Always wear gloves because it's very hot, the material. I can feel a bit of heat coming through the gloves, so with bare hands you'd be in trouble. So, okay. So now that's cooled there, so I'm going to back it up next to the other boot. And as we can see there, there's about 1/8 of an inch on that side, and 1/8 of an inch stretch on that side. So that's a good, and if I wanted to go further, to get more stretch, then I can stretch it again. But again, it's always better to be safe than sorry by overcooking the material. So as you can see, heat stretching is a very easy process to get to ensure you get a very good fit. And it's important that once you've heat stretched, you should be able to slip a finger comfortably between the bulb and the heel strap, just to relieve that tension off that, so you avoid rubbing. But it's a great tip. Certainly helps you achieve on some horses with the big bulbs, helps you achieve a more secure, comfortable fit for the horse.